Hi, everybody, it's Julia here, and today I have a book review video to share with you. And in these videos, I tell you about the book I have been reading and what I like about it and what I don't like about it, while I'm making sort of a visual representation of it in my book journal. So yeah. It was a while ago since I did these kind of videos. The book I'm having today is a really pretty book. It is written by Neil Gaiman, I think you call it, and the original title is Norse Mythology. And I've been reading it in Swedish, but the original language is English, and it came out in this year, 2017. And well, I actually bought it because it looked pretty. Me and my brother, we went to the bookstore like we usually do when we're in town, and this was like had the cover facing out on the bookshelves like they do when you want to see them and buy them. Totally worked for me, very pretty. So I picked it up and sort of checked it out, and it is a really cool book. Now, for those who don't know, I live in Sweden, and all my family are from Sweden, and I'm quite interested in the sort of Norse mythology, like you called it. But we don't really have that many books about it. And when I thought this book sort of having a collection of the like biggest and most common stories throughout the mythology, I thought that was really, really fun. Now in school we do read about it slightly, and we learn like to write with runes and Vikings and that, but usually we learn it when we're quite small, and you just you don't really get this sort of thinking age. So I feel like you miss quite a lot of it out. So I'm getting more and more interested in it as I get older, and I thought this book was really, really fun. So the book is sort of a collection of 15 bigger mythology or stories or events or what you want to call them. I think they're really, really good. I like the way he has written it in a way where you can sort of feel like it's like a storybook, but it has a base, and he talks about it in the sort of introductory pages, how he wrote the book and the stories and why he picked them, and sort of compiling them with the fact that he had to make them as stories, and they're really easy and really fun to read. And yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It's a really nice book, and if you're interested in it, it's really fun. And I think even if you just have to read something like for school, I think this book is really nice to read because it's really easy to read and really fun. So yeah, I think they have been trying to go a bit more the traditional, like how it actually was described in the old stories. And I mean, up here in the north, it's quite brutal, and you can sort of tell that he's been trying to keep that brutality in the book. Um, but yeah, no, I really like it. It's very clear. Sometimes it can get a bit muddy with the characters, especially the characters or the gods that can change their shape or their appearance, but he does a really good job of keep reminding you of who they are. First I was like a bit annoyed, but then I was like, it's no harm. I think it's good to be reminded of who they are. So yeah, I finished this book in like about a week, and I didn't read that fast. So yeah, I really, really like it. I love how it looks, and I really like having this sort of the a sort of a collection of the stories, and I think it's a bit more special maybe for us up here in the north who has ancestries, and it goes back generation, has lived here, and you can sort of tell that that my ancestors told these stories to their children, and or were told by their parents or grandparents, and that was real to them. And I think that's kind of cool. And that I'm making an effort to learn about them and read about them now, and sort of making that connection. Yeah, I really like that. So if you're interested in the Norse mythology or Nordiska myter from Yrgasil till Ragnarök by Neil Gaiman, I highly recommend it. I really, really liked it. So yeah, that is my thoughts on the book. Like I said, didn't really have anything bad to say about it. Here is my finished page. Very dark, sort of the sunset, the sundown, playing off the beginning and the end of the book, with the gods in the center there. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have liked this video, and I hope to see you soon.